Alright, my first BMW. So that's how you turn on the ignition, and this has a lower seat so I can flat foot my seats. So you turn it on, one touch. I can notice the vibration already. Height, okay. There's a bit of vibration in the handle. I think that should be okay. It's not a concern. How maneuverable is this? It is. It shows a bit of a weight. It shows weight. It does show weight. Maybe let me change it to dynamic. Now the suspension gets stiffer and also it goes slightly taller. Basically road mode it goes slightly lower is what I understand. I love the pops that it makes. It does put in a hot air, I could see that. The travel becomes much more easier actually when you ride it. Let's see how close I can stop. Quick shifter is so bad. It goes up to 8.5, slightly over, close to a 9. You can always take the restrictions, but it's not recommended. We'll do some brake. It dives. Always recommended to use the rear brakes in this sort of bikes. X could have been better. Also, it is a service bike. I see a lot of vibration. Let's see how the motorcycle rides in cruise control, right? Let me turn on the cruise control. So basically cruise control is on. The moment I have to just put it, just set it up, 80 kilometers, it just goes by itself. So some relaxation for your hands, and this is how you ride in cruise control. And you have modes, dynamic, enduro, you have rain, you have road. And I've kept it in dynamic because I wanted to see the best performance of the motorcycle. And the best part about BM, right, it doesn't go left right, it is always center in the way it rides. So that's the beauty of BMW. I don't know how it does it. The center of gravity is so good, it always rides in center. How much ever I try to go left or right, it goes by itself. See, that's the beauty of BM. And then you have wonder wheel, you have suspension adjustments over here. This is how you take care of cruise control. The one tap at the brake or a clutch or any part of the car, motorcycle, it just stops. You have an adjustable windshield. It's at the low. This is at the lowermost setting. This comes up slightly above. And adventure model has a slightly taller windshield and also have a wider tank, which means that you also have a very, very good wind protection as well. I don't realize that I'm going in 80, by the way. And yeah, not bad. If this sort of things are there, you can always increase it to higher speeds here in cruise control, just like an automatic car. So I wouldn't recommend. So let's take off the cruise control and go back and ride it by ourselves. So basically to engage you have to just tap 1, and then you have the lights, you have the indicators, you have the horn, active horn again, and then you have the BMW wonder wheel. This thing doesn't work, or it does. So the only thing that I wanted to see was how slow this thing can go. How low, basically, not slow, how low this thing can go. It can pull 60. It struggles a bit because I've heard the 6th and the 5th gear is more or less on a very touring side or a shorter side. Basically the gears are very different in the way they operate, so that is what it is. In 4th gear it pulls, see, so it does pull. And what else, let me see how slow this thing can go. Fourth gear 40, 36. It does pull. It doesn't require too much of gear changes. I think it also that you just need to get used to the motorcycle. Let's open up a bit. It struggles. So basically, third gear is alright. Third gear is alright. I think I might need a handlebar raiser, is what I need to see. So the problem with this bike's taking a U-turn is little bit risky, which is something you need to get used to. What is the cruising speed for this motorcycle? I think I can easily do 100 all day. I think 100, 120 is what I prefer to do it as well. I'm not a guy who just randomly pushes motorcycles. So let's keep it at high revs. There's a wind blast above 100. I think in the GS Adventure, the tank is wider, the screen is taller, and I see the wind coming this side, but I don't know. Handguards do a good job, and you also have a heated grip. Heated grip. It is at the third most setting. You can see the here 2, 1, and let's see if it heats up. I'll keep it at 1 because I've heard that 3 is way hotter. Maybe I'll just keep it to 3 itself because I have a riding gloves. So this is a socket for your 12 volt. This is a socket for your USB. This is a keyless entry, and of course you can also open in the same way as well, which is sometimes little irritating, only because the heated grips are heating up. Maybe not recommended. I wish this was there in Ladakh. So let's see the cruising speed. I think the brakes can definitely be better. It also has to do because it dives a lot, because its suspension is too tall, right? Because of that, it's difficult. Let's do a bit of cruising, and I think with that I am convinced. I did check out the Triumph always has an edge over the refinement, and the way they're put together, the motorcycle is right. That's actually slightly better is what field, or maybe at par, and there's not too much difference, which is okay. So this is how the bike would look like in person. Definitely falls deeper. So this is the low seat. This is extra low. It comes up to 835. The stock is 870 something. So what do you get? You get a Michelin Anarchy tires. I think it has been maintained well, but I still see a lot of rattling, which is a characteristics in this thing. Let's see how it revs. There's some pataka. But yeah, I mean, to that variant, there's too much of difference. I think that also adds a little bit of front end weight is what I understand. So this is some adjustments on the seat. This is not a dual purpose tire, this is more or less a road centric. This has electronic suspension, and of course it is a K51TC. This is to be registered only because it has a quick shifter, it has knuckle guards, which is okay. It won't brake, but again, high speeds it would. So let's see. I see a bit of a off-roading patch here. Let's see how does this perform. Enduro. You also have Enduro Pro, but I think it's not necessary. It's good. Definitely need a handlebar raiser. It's not too much, but it does help. That I think good motorcycle. If you want to have this motorcycle, if you should definitely test drive. Definitely you need to consider. Under 18 lakhs it's coming. A good motorcycle, very well put up, and it is what it is. Let me know your comments which one I need to pick up. I'm convinced. Let's see. You would have seen me test driving the motorcycle, and I felt really convinced, but everyone's pushing me for the GS Adventure, but I got a chance to ride the GS 850, which is the older version as well. And the only difference between that is one is definitely a riding dynamics, because the rake of the motorcycle of this front end, right, it is slightly tilted like this by a few millimeters, which means it is going to handle much better than the GS according to my science knowledge. but taking the risk, and I have booked the BMW GS Adventure. So this is my new companion, new ride in the adventure segment. Of course, 6R also stays. Don't get worried about I'm going to sell off the 6R or not. It's going to get difficult to maintain two motorcycles, but I think I have to shell it out at one point in time. But either way, for now, I'm just done my booking. So with that, stay tuned. It's 2 months wait for the motorcycle to arrive, because this comes as a CBU, completely built unit, and it comes straight up from Germany to Thailand and to India. So that's how the motorcycles are. And I'm not going to say which color I booked. At least let me keep that as a suspense. So please hold on and watch the vlogs. In the next video, I'm going to the BMW showroom to unbox the motorcycle, which is from the cage, and then later take the delivery of the motorcycle. So these are the two only vlogs coming up. Until then, stay tuned and bye bye, kiss ya.